Welcome back to GMSA at 9. We are diving into some of the big stories to come out of the 87th legislative session. We're joined by journalist Fares Sabawi. And we just talked to you, Fares, but we still have a lot to get to.
Yeah, we were talking about the major bills that did pass, and we know there were some that did not pass. They failed. So what does that mean as far as the future of those bills?
Yeah, so there were two bills that Governor Greg Abbott had deemed emergency items that needed to pass this legislature that just didn't. And one of them was SB 7. Now, Senate Bill 7 is the state's voter restriction bill. Now, this would have really clamped down on the process on how voters are able to sign up for absentee ballots. It would have allowed poll watchers more access, things like that. And that was not able to make it over to the finish line. Another bill that Abbott had deemed an emergency that wasn't able to make it was the bail reform bill, which would have really substantially changed how judges are able to set bail for defendants throughout this state. And both of them were killed when Democrats, Texas House Democrats, were able to walk off the House floor in the closing moments of the legislative session. And it effectively broke the quorum and killed both of those bills.
Fares, you just mentioned it. So they were able to walk out before that voting bill made it to the governor's desk. So what was the governor's reaction to that? And has there been any talk about possible strategy that Democrats might have when they're called back to special session?
Yeah, well, absolutely. So, Sarah, like you said, Governor Abbott has already indicated he will call a special session to hopefully give the lawmakers another chance to hash these issues out and pass these bills. And he had said in no uncertain terms, he said it was very deeply disappointing to him that these bills didn't pass. Now, Democrats could do a walkout again, but that, first of all, takes a lot of unity among Texas House Democrats. And I think another thing that's important is these special sessions do cost taxpayer money. So while you may see them walk out, I think if Democrats are able to amend these bills a little bit, maybe add some of the things that they're hoping to add into it, I think you'd be a lot less likely to see another walkout of that kind.
So those were obviously the two biggest ones. Is there anything else we need to keep an eye out for, especially with the special session coming up?
Well, that's the interesting thing, David, is Governor Abbott has said he will call a special session, at least definitely for these emergency items. But there's a few other smaller Republican bills that didn't make it through the finish line. Things like the censorship of social media companies that they had wanted to pass legislation on. They also wanted to pass a bill that would require kids to participate in the sport of their, of the gender that they were born to and that is on their birth certificate, which, targeted transgender children. So what we're not sure exactly is what the agenda will fully Abbott has the power to set this agenda, and we don't know exactly what that agenda looks like. But what we do know is that there will be two special sessions called before the end of the year. The second one will be dealing with the redistricting that comes with the new census results. So even though the regular session's over, it's still a very, very busy time for the Texas legislature, it appears. And as you guys know, the session might be over, but the politics keeps on going.
It's always going. Well, there's a lot to unpack from this last session. So thank you, Fares, again, for joining us, and good to see you.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thanks, Fares.